Please select a landing zone. Caution, heavy mist anticipated.
Welcome back, boss. Ah! Boss!
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Mission
Boss,
list.
I've been meaning to tell you something. Our old friend Zero hasn't been seen in public since you left the States. That was over 10 years ago now.
You suspected he was responsible for the accident at your base in the Caribbean. But at that point, Zero was already bedridden. So it never felt right to me that Zero gave the order. Now that I've seen the man Emmerich was working for, I'm sure he didn't. I know that man. He was our old friend's XO. A man without a face. Not one you want to look at anyway. Skullface. He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago. The unit he commands, XOF, was Cypher's strike force, but he's since split from Zero and used XOF to usurp control over Cypher itself.
Commencing platform.
In other words,
Plant
the
expansion.
Cypher we're hunting isn't Zero. Beyond Zero is a void that's even darker. Skullface.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Deploying.
Target is Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed, and now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water. The oil runs to the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group United moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. United's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal. Rumor has it someone's been selling them U.S. military hardware. Intel's analysis suggests the broker's a front company, Cypher's. Keeping tabs on United could tell us who's pulling its strings. First, make your way to the oil facility. It's to the north, past Yamasa. The village is currently occupied by United, so stay sharp. The war industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces, or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason, no banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation, tribal clashes. You've arrived at Masa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for Unida, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
The map has been updated.
The PF soldiers are speaking Afrikaans, an official language of the Republic of South Africa. Boss, we're gonna need someone with the Afrikaans interpreter skill to understand what they're saying. We'll look into it here, but for now, you'll just have to make do without one. You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Children. Child soldiers. Children there are abducted and trained to be soldiers. They're only taught to fight. It is as dangerous as any adult. Only they don't know a thing about If you do, the mission is over. You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
speak.
Dr. Collins is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you need an interpreter. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Outpost captured.
You gonna extract him?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place.
You've made it past the village. Continue heading for the oil facility. It's located upriver.
I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party.
Within the oil field is the property of Saner, South African Natural Resources. Saner drills oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. And when the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means United's takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean.
You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world.
Not a pretty sight. The oil's this far downriver.
You thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions. Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch.
That used to be a settlement. Now it's burned to the ground.
Of the inspection, you two were close.
Strange love?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back.
You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up.
Yeah, all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself.
There it is. The oil facility. To stop the leak, you need to shut down the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator tank.
I'm not...
The details are on your iDroid.
Of course. Just let me...
That's the oily water separator tank. One of the targets. Take it out.
Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you, right before the base went under.
They hadn't... blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful
Analysis
truth.
complete.
Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
Enemy
I'm not
presence
lying.
detected.
Of
Analysis
course.
Complete.
Just let me check one or two
Analysis
things.
complete.
On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you, right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
There was a plane journey, then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan, it was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough, he came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that Mother Base attack. He forced me into that research.
What kind of research?
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM
You gonna extract him?
nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project got started.
Sahelanthropus.
Those AI weapons I'd made in Costa Rica were like toys by comparison. A whole world apart from reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved to the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to some amateur. I designed it for human control from the beginning. The problem was miniaturizing the posture control AI. You remember the reptile pod?
The AI that controlled your unmanned weapons.
Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable, so this time I wanted it beneath the armor.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I got it down to less than a tenth the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I
You gonna extract him?
its body would have to be bigger to support it. Too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua. This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods. The only AIs that had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help.
Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself.
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain
He's coming too. Roger that.
Like Afghanistan, you need a body that's vertically adaptable. That also lets it attack from long range while using mountain ridges for cover. So, making it walk upright was the most important factor in giving it superior height capability. As the name suggests, that was the whole point of Sahelanthropus. But I was being pushed for results. Having the AI mounted externally would have been the fastest way to get it working. I just needed more data so it could maintain its balance. But Skullface refused to wait. He dismissed the idea of AI control and took Sahelanthropus away from me before I could finish it.
But it was walking when it came after you.
That's just it. I don't understand how Skullface got it to move upright without a pilot or an AI. And walking at that speed, too. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. This is like the Wright brothers making it to the moon. I'm just as clueless as you are.
So this Sahelanthropus, where is it now?
I have no idea. All my experiments took place at that cave. I've never seen it anywhere else. Besides, it's still just an incomplete prototype at this point, and nothing but a paper tiger. Even if it can walk, it's far from being a viable weapons platform. It wouldn't be useful in actual battle.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own function.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets. That's been a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
You have arrived at your destination.
You gotta extract him.
sniper known as Quiet is lurking in the Afghan wilderness. This Quiet has performed a string of hits on Soviet officers. The attacks always occur in the same area, but sweeps of the area turn up no traces whatsoever. They've even posted guards, but they never spot a thing. And then before you know it, another body's lying on the ground. You ever heard of someone who operates...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
...and silent a person tries to be, they always create some kind of ripple. Be it breathing, a heartbeat, eating, excreting, body temperature, sweat. If this sniper can really vanish completely, that's just not human. I guess Quiet is the right name.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Objective. The local guerrillas wouldn't use this kind of tactic. Just can't see them hiring some superhuman mercenary. And the Soviet officers who've been killed, well, they were all opposed to or skeptical of the secret weapons development being conducted in the area. Sure, they were a problem for those supporting it, but the Soviets have nothing to gain by killing them. So we have an assassin with superhuman combat skills who isn't working for the guerrillas or the Soviets. Miller has a theory that this sniper is a hitman for Cypher. He thinks it's time we silence Quiet. But I'm against the lethal treatment. I say we bring the sniper back alive and break that silence. Because even if this Quiet doesn't say a word, there's still plenty we can learn. Just remember this, boss. If our hunch is right, you'll be on this sniper's hit list too. If things seem a little too quiet when you're in the field, watch out.
You gotta extract him.
He's out there somewhere. And if possible, this is one sniper I want back here breathing.
There's the transfer pump control room. The emergency stop button is probably inside it. Bodies? Why? Oil transfer pump shutoff confirmed. Next, destroy the oily water separator tank. That'll ensure they can never use the facility again. Objectives complete. Though security will be tighter after that explosion. Get out of there ASAP.
Support helicopter requested.
Looks like the road's been sealed off. See any way around? Walker gears. What are they doing there? subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
You gonna extract him?
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support
Boss,
helicopter.
I just got a report from the intel team. An enemy unit is en route to the hills. Looks like they mean to hunt you down. You'll have to
Let's come on. Hey, you okay?
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. We made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Boss, we took another look into Saner, the owner of the oil field. They were behind what happened. They hired the PF, not United. They restarted the facility all the while pretending they were the victims. One other thing. Saner's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this, the fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Saner's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there? Hey! Snake! I've customized a walker gear just for you. It features a silent running system, great for infiltration missions, and you can also summon it to your location. I've taken the liberty of calling it the D-Walker. It's armed with a suppressed tranquilizer gun. If you want to add other weaponry or upgrade the chassis, give the order from your iDroid.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We received a new job offer. It doesn't seem connected to Cypher or Skullface at all. But if it goes well, we may get an Afrikaans interpreter. The details are on your iDroid.
Development project has been added. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. 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 Please select a mission. Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Please specify a project. Please select a landing zone. Mission not accepted. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying. Marker placed. Clouds approaching.
stay.
That's the target.
You've arrived at destination. Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Marker placed.
are your friends?
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Caution, sandstorm approaching.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a landing zone. A support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Clouds approaching. The map has been updated.
This is B Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B Quad. On station at LZ.
You gotta extract him.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, locate and bring back the U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen, but the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Desmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do, and bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently, one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Complete. The map has been updated. Development project has been marker placed. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Target captured.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the honeybee?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Clouds approaching.
КП! КП, это зона 10! Под снайперским огнем! Прием! Это КП, понял! Найти вражеского снайпера и снять его! Конец связи!
Prisoner has died.
Why'd you kill him? Wasn't he the Hamid survivor?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasi Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid. A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee?
Clouds approaching.
Boss, come in. Boss?
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid. A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee? Extract him.
Clouds approaching.
Retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid. A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee? Roger that.
Clouds approaching.
Понял! Найди вражеского снайпера и снять его! Конец связи! КП, этажой 10! Вижу вражеского снайпера! Жду указаний! Прием! Это КП, понял! Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по цели! Конец связи!
okay? Snake!
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid.
A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Crowds approaching.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Капета, слышишь? Потеряли вражеского снайпера. Остаемся на чеку. Прием! Это КП, понял. Оставайтесь на чеку. Конец связи.
retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid.
A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Approaching.
Это КП, понял. Найти вражеского снайпера и снять его. Конец связи. КП, это
Must died.
вражеского
You need to retrieve the new U.S. military weapon known as the Honeybee. It should be hidden somewhere in Smasy Fort. There's a photo of the Honeybee on your iDroid.
A Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee?
You gotta extract him. Get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Clouds approaching.
Это КП, понял? Найти вражеского снайпера и снять его. Конец связи! КП, это зона 10. Вижу вражеского снайпера. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП, понял? Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по противнику. Конец связи!
Roger that.
Complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, go ahead and fold and extract that prisoner. We'll find out if he knows anything. News, boss. Looks like that prisoner you extracted was the meat survivor. The guy's a mute, but he pointed out the whereabouts of the honeybee on a map. It's on your iPod. Head on over there and retrieve it. Looks like the enemy's lost sight of you. They're gonna try to hunt you down.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
That's
Extraction
an enemy gunship. A single burst from his machine gun can cut a man in half.
updated.
Tread carefully, boss. Subject on board. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. coming too. Roger that.
Нет, не делай этого!
Speak. Where are your friends?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Вражеский огонь!
Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкройте врага. Конец связи.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
КП, ЗТТ. Поиски закончены. Противник не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи.
Hands up. Spit it out. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Caution, sandstorm approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Нет, не делай этого!
Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
That's Marseille Ford. This is Marseille Le Mans. Now to find the honeybee.
updated.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
Всем боевым группам! Это кафе! Все подразделения! За боевые позиции! Повторяю! Все подразделения! За боевые позиции!
You gotta extract him.
Нас атакуют! Пошли в потери! Пошлите на боевую группу! Прием! Всем прием! Это командир! Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя! Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление своих!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Своими силами! Конец связи!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Retrieve the honeybee. Its location is on your iDroid.
Caution. Rapid storm approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map
You gotta extract him.
updated.
That's Marseille Fort. This Marseille Le Mans. Now to find the honeybee.
Прием! Это КП, понял. Внимание всем постам. Противники где-то прячутся. Найти их. Конец связи.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. Secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back. Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition. Boss, you really are a living legend. They'll call the chopper to get out of there. Bring the honeybee back to base.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Good. 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 Good.
Please select a landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Alright, get in. Time to go.
LZ.
Exfiltrated hot zone.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities,
They attacked the Soviets, too.
and that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
Oh, what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly.